being in Vietnam, I've learned some things. No, I don't know. At the end of the day, I try to hope that with every generation we get a little bit wiser, we get more compassionate, and that what we're seeing now is the death rattle of a lot of hatred, a lot of division that's been sown into the fabric of America. But there's a part of me that hopes that the reason it's coming to a head so much now is because it might be on the way out. And with each generation, I think there's a little bit more hope that might be true. So we shall see. But I'm gonna be looking at it from over here, though. I'm gonna be watching from over here. Just like, work that out. Hey, I believe in you guys. Go ahead, go make it happen. I'm gonna be here.
Hey, you can do it.
Coffee. You can do it.
So because this is a question that we've gotten before, transitioning back. Could you transition back? Could you go back?
I mean, I guess I could. I could probably ride a big wheel again, but that doesn't make it something I'd want to do. I mean, there'd be a lot that I would miss.
Like what?
Like feeling free, like the actual feeling of being free.
So you're gonna miss that liberty.
Yeah. Isn't that wild? I live in a communist country, but moving back to America, I would miss the freedom.
Yeah.
The economic freedom. Just not feeling like I have a target on me, which I do sometimes. Which I literally do sometimes. I've had the police roll up on me because of expired tags with their guns drawn, yelling at me, yelling different things. One of them yelling, take your key out of the ignition. The other one yelling, keep your hand on the steering wheel. Like real shit that's happened. I've never felt that kind of, just wonder, am I going to be okay out here? Just the day-to-day life is just way less stressful, and so to go back, and then just, not for nothing, but I know when I go back to the United States, when and if, not everybody's going to be happy I'm there. Not that everybody's happy that I'm here, but it's not as visceral and it's not as entrenched in these like really these old divisions, No, so that'd be a bitter pill. That'd be a bitter pill to swallow, to have to go back, But I could do it. I'm sure I could do it. And I'm sure I'd be better at it than I was before, just with the knowledge that I've gained, being an expat. But it doesn't sound attractive to me right now.
No, I 100% understand where you're coming from. For me, the gun violence, like being abroad, not having to worry about someone coming into the store trying to shoot up everyone. Just not having to like worry about someone carrying a gun and if they're going to shoot someone. It's just, I don't want to have to go back into that. Once you've lived without having that concern, not having that anxiety, you don't want to willingly go back into it. The other thing,
you're from Texas. If we could just put that on there, you know what I mean? So you would see guns,
yes,
like all the time.
I wouldn't move back to Texas though, but yes, it just, I don't understand. I like guns, and the only reason I would get one is because everyone else has one. But I don't want to live in a society where I feel I need to do that. And since I have the choice to live where I want to live, I'm going to choose to live in a society where that's not something that I have to always be concerned about. The infrastructure of the states, if I'm going to be living in a society where I'm paying the amount of taxes that I would have to pay, there should be better public transportation. After living in Korea, living in Japan, living in China, 3 different nations in which I didn't need a car to go from point A to point B. If I, had classes at school and I lived far away, I could take the train or a bus to get there. I don't want to go back to having to spend extra money buy a car, then spend money to buy the insurance, then I also have to spend money for the maintenance of the car every month. It's just, that's unnecessary. The health care, just, that's another thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
That imagine how expensive it would be living in America going through this pandemic if you caught COVID.
Yeah.
So those would be some pretty big factors for me. I would have to get over those in order to move back. And I don't think I'm at that point in my life where the quality of my life now is so bad that I feel I would need to move back despite those situations, lingering over my head, creating extra anxiety for me.
Yeah. I have a question for you. How do you respond? Because I'm sure you've experienced this when you talk to local Vietnamese folks, for example. And do you ever find that there's like, wow, you left America to come here? Why'd you come here? Like, you coming from like the ultimate place. How do you respond to that? Or is it just what you just told me? You know what I'm saying?
I feel like people don't understand what the people who ask those types of questions are people who never really lived in the States. Because there's a lot of Vietnamese people who lived in America and then willingly moved back, right?
Sure. But I mean the other people that have never been there and have an ideal of what it is.
My answer to them, just give them a clear, straight answer. Like, the quality of my life is better here than it was in the States. Did I have more money? Yes. Did I have a car? Yes. Did I have more options of food that I could eat on any single day? Yes. Did we have a Walmart? Yes. But depending on where you live.
The options are there, but can you eat it? You know what I'm saying? I couldn't eat sushi every week, in America. You know what I mean? If I lived there, I mean, not where I was at financially. I couldn't eat out every day. You know what I mean? I can do that here. But anyway, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. But you know what I'm saying?
But basically, the things that you care about that are important to you, that improve your quality of life and your well-being, which place gives you that? There are a lot less things I have to worry about. Like, I'm not fluent in Vietnamese, so if someone says something about me, I don't know about it unless someone tells me about it, right? And ignorance is bliss, and it's what I enjoy, right? But in the States, when I'm getting hit with racism, I know what it is. I know what it is. It's not, people come out here and a lot of times they experience, the more in your face, that old 1950s style, oh, we don't serve your kind here. Or we don't hire your kind here. That type of racism. Whereas in the States, you're experiencing something that's built into the system, like cops just perceiving you to be a threat, and so therefore treating you as one, when you know for a fact that you're not, and you still don't understand why you're getting pulled over. It's the level of stress and anxiety I think we feel, and not just us, a lot of people, especially minorities, those who are Black, trying to escape poverty. You have the anxiety of people who look like you, not necessarily doing their best job and putting their best foot forward, may engage in violent interactions with you. And you also have to worry about the police officers. You also have to worry about, a million other things. And so I think it's just the quality of your life. What place gives you the better quality of life?
Yeah, true that.
Well,
if you don't like it, you want to go to another country, it's like a 2-hour plane ride. It's right there. You know what I'm saying?